ever since I met you.
Oh, it's
And
my pleasure, man.
I know you've seen Facebook. I've been putting it on Facebook
I
every
did.
day,
Yeah,
Instagram.
And I actually watched one of your broadcasts on YouTube, and it was cool.
Oh.
It was very cool.
Oh,
So
can you remember which one?
I think it was the one you did actually the weekend of NAMM on that Sunday.
Right.
It was a singer-songwriter that I don't remember.
Sean Roberts with the girl.
Yes.
And then I had, before that, I had Robert Dean, who's a very cool guy. He's been on my show more than anybody. He teaches you how to play guitar on DVDs.
Okay.
Taught students in studio for years and years, and now he does it on DVD, and he's just a fantastic player. He specializes in the blues, but he can teach you anything. Give Robert Dean there a little plug. Oh yeah, great. Yeah, Sean Roberts is great. They're going to play at my birthday show coming up.
Oh,
Mark
very cool.
Yeah, 5'9". Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big 5'9".
I'm old. Yeah, I can't even say 59.
It's just a number.
That's right. I know. I've been very lucky, and I should have did it 20 years ago, but I was involved with my parents in the restaurant, sports bar business.
But you know, man,
But
it doesn't, no matter what you do in your life, and this is something too for those, again, aspiring musicians out there that I can give you as advice, it doesn't matter when you reach whatever it is you reach, as long as you have the desire and the goal to do something, just follow your passion. Because I can tell you a story about a guy that I knew of who was an actor, who finally at age 70 got like a full-time gig on a soap opera and made enough money to buy his first house.
Wow.
And so, you know, and he said, you know, it's no different now. I mean, he said, I appreciate it much more than I would have if I was 29. So the fact is, it doesn't matter. You can't measure things in years and dates of birth. We're all living in now. This is what it is. So you just have to go for what you believe in and what you want to do, and always keep that vision in your head of where you want to go. And that's, you know.
Yeah, I was driving limousines. I was just sitting in a limo, and my mom just passed away. Wow, what am I going to do? I don't want to get in the bar business anymore. I don't want to drive limos full time. And I just had a LA Weekly, and I just flipped it over and said, audition for radio host and DJ. And I thought it was audio engineer.
Right.
Because I have a certificate degree in audio. And so that's what I thought it was.
Right.
Then I went down for the audition.
It was something else.
As on-air personality.
Well,
so
that's cool.
I fell in love with that. And
That's very cool.
So I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And
There you
I
go.
started playing classic rock and stuff like that when I first started here on American Radio Network. And then I was driving somebody, and they said, hey, you have all those bands that played your restaurant sports bar, the Final Score. I said, yeah, why don't you play them?
There you go.
And then they go, we were going to start a radio station called the Demo Radio, but we'd never, I go, can I use that name? And they said, yeah. And I go, all right, G-Rock's Demo Radio was born.
There you go, man.
Okay. What would you like to do for us next?
You know, since we talked about the blues, I know you played the studio version of it, but I'll do a live version of Blues for Waldo.
Oh, cool. I love that song.
It's a fun one to play.
Okay.
And, yeah, I'll do that. So that'll be my next.
All right.
Let's see.
Yeah, that was real bluesy.
Yes.
Blues for Waldo. Very cool.
Thank you.
And that was like the original, or
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, that's
about the same.
about the same. I mean, the melody's the same. You know, the thing about that is, and that's the thing about jazz, is that, you know, there's a melody, and when you improvise, it's the same in rock and roll. You can kind of take the solo wherever you want to go with it. So, you know, you can embellish. There's a lot of similar ideas, but I try to, you know, do new stuff or mix it up a little bit with not just the exact same solo line, because
Yeah.
that gets boring.
Keep it fresh.
But it's, you know, the thing is that improvising is not just creating something on the fly. It's recreating things that you've learned in your vocabulary, just like you do when you speak. If you're a public speaker, you're going to talk about a subject. You're going to know this much stuff about something, and then you're going to revert to these sentences and kind of put them in this order. It's the same when you're improvising. You're just putting that, and you're telling a story. You know, that's the idea. You want to have a narrative in your solos so that, you know, people can follow it. And
Yeah, you
that's-
tell stories with your guitar. That's very cool.
that's
All right, everybody, you have to get this latest release, The Lonely Road. You can go to davidbeckertribune.com or just go to iTunes or Amazon. That's the fastest, best way to get it.
Yeah, and again, another website is abstractlogics.com. They
There you
have
go.
hard copies of the CD. 'Cause
That's what you want. You want a hard copy.
Yeah, you want to get the
It has
hard
all
copy.
the stuff, cool
Because it's got
stuff
some
in it.
cool pictures. What I usually do is I shoot a lot of photos when I'm on the road, and that picture of my guitar in the elevator is actually in Argentina.
Yeah,
The back is
Okay.
actually Budapest.
right.
send-
That's Budapest?
That's Budapest.
I was
yeah.
going to say Italy.
I send those photos to the guy that does the artwork for the record label, a guy by the name of Manny Pollard, who's great. And Manny took that photo, and what he'll do is he'll look at stuff, and he'll usually use a lot of the photos I send. In this case, he did the cover artwork, which I love,
yeah.
but I like the fact
The
that I
road
can
and
put
the
some of the stuff from the road travels in the booklet. You know,
Seat 3A.
there it is. Yeah, yeah.
And this on the patio, that's...
That's Italy. That's actually
That's what I thought,
That's
Italy.
Tuscany. Yeah.
Now, when you're in Italy and Europe like that, do you go to the football, they call it soccer here, but football games?
Not in Italy. I
No?
watch. I'm a big fan of European soccer,
Right.
or world soccer, the World Cup.
Like
And
Argentina?
I'm at Germany's because I lived in Germany for
Right, yeah,
and
Germany's very good.
They won the World Cup, and they've got a great team.
Wow.
And I watched the last World Cup actually in 3 countries. I watched it in Italy. I watched it in Hungary, in Germany, and the States. I got to see the whole thing, and I saw the final in Germany because I came back to Germany when the finals were happening. So that's always a fun thing. But what I do when I travel is I try to take some time off. Like when I go to Italy, I'll go to Florence for a day, walk around, and take pictures of because of the historical significance of that city. It's
And
amazing.
Florence is known for the vineyards.
It's known for their vineyards in Tuscany, but it's known.
Tuscany, right.
It's the town that Da Vinci lived in,
Right.
and Michelangelo.
Oh, I definitely
You know,
gotta go
and
there.
Michelangelo did the David, the statue. You know, and so
Right.
you've got the Duomo, which is the big cathedral. And you just walk down the streets, and I mean they're like 400, 500, 600, 1,000 years old.
Wow.
It's amazing. So there's a lot of historical significance to that place. But if I go to Argentina or if I'm in wherever I go, I always try to suck in the local culture because it's a privilege to be able to do this after so many years, and I don't take it for granted one bit. And I'm so lucky that I
And
can do
you
this.
are very all about the music. Now, if you want to get, if you're an aspiring artist and you want to get this model, you can tell it sounds great. Tomorrow night, go to YouTube, put in G-Rock Demo Radio, and you will see him playing it on the 1.5 mile model.
Yep.
This is H575 David Becker signature model.
Right.
It's Heritage Guitars, Inc.
Yeah, there's
Go to
actually,
heritageguitar.com.
you can go there. There's actually some dealers down in Orange County, or if you're listening on the net, there's some dealers that you can go to. And
check it out. It's fantastic.
If you buy the David Becker, I'm actually doing this with a few guitars. If somebody orders a David Becker signature 575, and it's within the first 100 series, and you would like it to be hand signed, I will hand sign it. But you have to let Heritage know.
Now, do you do the front or inside, or
what it would be is what it would be.
Sign the back?
I would sign the back of the guitar, and that's up to the individual. Some people don't want that. Some people would want it. I mean,
Right.
It's got the name plate on it, which has my name.
Right.
But I actually will, if you order a David Becker and you want it signed on the back of the guitar, and you